There we go. Alright. Hopefully that's low enough. Hey, no one's here right now. That's good. I might leave this up if it turns out to be a no-show. It's 5:20. I've been up for like 3 hours. So I figured I'd take a little break. Work and play and see what's up. I've seen these people that, I guess, I don't know if it's legit, but I've seen newscasters. I'll turn that down a little bit. I think it may be too loud. I've seen newscasters broadcast on TikTok while they're working. I would find it distracting. I think I would find it less of a positive. I guess their station manager approves of it, or it wouldn't happen because people are really strange about broadcasting from work. It's Daniel. Hey Daniel, what's up? How's it going? It is a happy Thursday so far. Pre-dawn, I think. Yeah, we got like another 45 minutes till the sun comes up. I'll change the music up a bit. Yeah, it's too much. It's too happy. Oh, that's way too bad. Oh, let's just... There we go. Hello, two people in here. Eyeballs. What's up? Turn it down a little bit more. I feel like it might be too loud. There we go. I read through a few streams from last night, maybe. Last couple of days. Jason is the topic du jour, du week, du month, du year. Um, and it's funny because if you're not in the shit, you can see the shit. So hearing other people talk about him and about their experiences, yeah, you kind of see where he comes in and starts shit and then forgets about his role in it and then cries foul. It's nothing new. You see it and you keep seeing it. I think the problem is what I gather from people in the community is that we have problems with people who bring up things from 5 years ago if the behavior is stopped. But if it's something that started 5 years ago or started last year and it continues to be a present behavior or present issue, then we're validated in speaking about it. I get that. That does make more sense. But also, I don't think you can forget about history. Someone's history, no matter how much we would love for things to change, is valid in understanding what they're capable of. If they're capable of it once, they're capable of it again and again. Um, I don't honestly think that Jason has a special needs, a special need, or special needs in the sense, the traditional sense. I think his needs are special to him, and what he requires to move through life is completely different and out of our wheelhouse to understand. I stick by the fact that I think he's very low EQ. People say low IQ, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but I think EQ because he doesn't regulate himself emotionally. A lot of us don't. I used to be that way. I used to have issues with being very tipsy on one side of the emotional scale. Used to have a lot of anger. It's not that I don't now. It's just that I try to balance it out with humor and patience and but it depends. I'm not always the same all the time. I'm not going to be consistent with it's on a case per case basis probably. Would make more sense to me. I don't I don't treat everyone the same. I don't react to people the same. It depends on their value in my life. Um, if someone says something that's hurtful or if they are disparaging or negative in some way, I think the way that I react to them is directly connected to how I feel about them. I can't help who's around my life. I can help who I give energy to. People can be in my life because I have to deal with them. Of course, Daniel's here. He's highlighting the sports. Daniel Barry does sound like a sportscaster name. It's Janie Bobani and Little Miss. I'm trying to reallocate your acronyms. Scott talks for us. No, I'm kidding. Um, you haven't been asleep yet. Well, that's disgusting. I have been asleep, and I'm of course, waiting. Pro tip for my next life self: get a job where you have to wait on everyone else, and you'll have a lot of free time to finish cleaning out your um, three drawers and your to organize your desk and make coffee and breakfast and water the plants. Yeah. What am I waiting for? A moment. No, I'm kidding. Um, this is the audience powered live stream, and now I have an audience to power it. I mean, I can monologue for hours, but sorry to forget you. I like that one too. I don't. I don't enjoy confrontation with people or conflict, but if it's warranted, if there's going to be something to gain from it, then yeah, I'll get myself in the trenches. But normally it's not. I don't. I mean, I can throw jabs and I can make up sarcastically funny shit that makes me laugh and other people maybe cry or whatever. But I don't. I don't like to get in a long drawn out blah with people because everything gets lost. Everything gets just blah and negative. If you ever yell at someone on a panel, get rid of it. I'm gonna keep you up there. I do believe. I know this is going to sound a bit different from other live streams. I do believe that people have a right to say things that they feel as long as they're directing it in the right direction. I also love conversations that are meaningful. I hand a lot of things off to the universe. I do. I really like. Okay. And the thing is, I used to be really like 12 chances, 15 chances kind of guy. Um, Last few years have taught me that that's not healthy. That that's not. I make rare exceptions for people because of who they are and how they are in my life. But I don't give out generally. I don't give out 12 to 15 chances like I used to because it's well, it's wrong. It's not healthy. It's enabling narcissistic people. It continues on things that don't need to be drawn out. Repetitive people who are focused, laser focused, and obsessed are just seeking attention. And I think we all are. That's why we're all in here at some point. We're all here to give ourselves something. Some are here to give others. I'm here to help. But even sometimes I don't feel like helping. Oh, that's good for you. It'll just delay the hearing aid, though. If you coddle her hearing, don't coddle her hearing. It's an enabling thing. And I honestly think Jason, going back to Jason Callan, I honestly think he enjoys the discussion. I do have one thing to say. Jason, I have a clip of you. Why you think you're going to get away with shit, I don't understand. And not that you're um, getting away with anything, but on Tanya's panel, you made it a point to interrupt the panel to tell Evelyn that if she ever wanted to call you, that would be okay. What? My question, I don't care if she does. It's totally her choice. I'm not her keeper or anything. But my question to you, why do you think she would want to? I mean, what changed? What's in it for her? There's a good question. What's in it for the other person to talk to you? I bet you someone's not asked you that before. What's the advantage? Question also would be a good one. What would you provide someone who calls you? Him and that whole group over there, that weird Pinky and Nikki and Turbo, that whole group over there, codependent bunch. He deserves them. He deserves everything that happens with them. They're the flip flop squad of 2025. They're all troubled, deeply troubled, publicly deeply troubled by things. They express it openly. It's more like a support session than it is a friend group. But that's fine. I mean, whatever. You talk about wishy washy. I'm mostly here for background noise too, Janie. Except I turn my background noise off. I always think it's too loud. There are kittens in your house, and I only have a male neutered barn cat. Well, now you're a cat mom. Congratulations. One cat equals 20. I think that's good math. Abort. Nope. You're a cat mom now. Cat lady. I saw a comment. I was skimming through Richard's live stream because there were some topics that I wanted to hear Glowy's perspective on from the Black Eagle discussion today. Probably. He's probably saving the world. One kitten at a time. Um, I want to hear the explanation that Black Eagle gave for bringing up the regional area. I won't say it what she said, but what Glowy apparently lives in some area of said state, city, whatever. And I don't know. I think there's something more. I just think there's something more there. It just seems like it's a jabby type thing. But she says she's not going to bring it up anymore, so we'll see. Um, yeah, I thought, here we go again. I just wonder why. Like, if you say something and someone says, hey, that seems like it are you trying to dox me? Maybe don't say it again so that person doesn't feel that way if you care how they feel. But another part that I saw was the OG zombie. Why are people trying to change Jason? I don't think anyone wants to. I think they wish he would change himself. No one thinks they have the power to change him. That power at 57. That power comes from within, or it doesn't come at all. Yeah, probably a little passive aggressive. I think that fuels Black Eagle at times. I think she skates the line. Sometimes she steps over and then comes back. I don't think anyone wants to change Jason because they know they can't. Two, that comes from within him. But it's a narrative that OG brings up a lot, and it's just incorrect. Anyone that thinks they can change Jason is wrong. Waste your time. But people can talk about it and their experiences and how they feel about it. I mean, sharing is sharing is caring. I don't begrudge anyone for sharing their thoughts and experiences. And some people are like, well, it always seems like everyone's always coming down on Jason. But there's a flip side to that. Jason goes into Richards tonight to go at JB. And then later goes and plays the victim. He creates what he fears. And I love that phrase because you can see it. You can notice it everywhere. I don't want to change Jason. That would consist of me having influence upon who he is, mostly for my gain. I don't want to gain anything from anyone. I don't want to tweak the system in my favor. No, he'll always come around. The thing is, with a narcissistic, aggressively passive attention seeker, that's a really long word. I'll come up with an acronym later. They'll insert themselves. It's kind of like akin to arsonists being at fires, unknown subjects or unknown suspects being inserting themselves into an investigation somehow. He has to be present. He locks like 600 people and then comes in so he can talk and only be seen by people on the panel or mods. He plays the game well. It's calculated. It's not like random shit firing off in his head. Well, socially awkward and emotionally stunted, I think, are two different things. But my observations are some people seem to not understand that he's done anything wrong or downplay it. But don't even take it as a group thing. Take it as each individual person, listen to their complaint, then listen to the next person and the next person. You'll see a pattern develop. Patterns are everywhere. There's a pattern in behavior. There's a pattern in mathematics. Patterns are part of our lives, and he has a pattern. If he didn't want the attention, he wouldn't advertise where he goes. The first thing you do when you go over to a new channel and you want to hang out with new people to get away from the old people that are causing you issues is you don't go, hey, these people are fucking with me and these are their channels and these are their names and blah, blah, blah. You don't want to get away from it at that point. You want to be in the shit. You want to get all covered, nasty shit, and you want to stay in there. If you want to get introduced to a new community or people, is she? That's surprising. I saw it earlier. I didn't know she was still alive. And then you keep talking about brand new people. I mean, imagine your first day on YouTube and some guy comes up and says, hey, psst, that person over there is an asshole to me. Okay. Now, my question usually is now, I ask these questions, why are they an asshole to you? Why do they say they're an asshole? Do you agree or do you disagree? Do you know you can be, anyone can be an asshole? It's like an equal power. It's, you're not special. Why are you an asshole to that person? Like, why is your assholiness more special than anything else? I've never understood that. I don't really, I mean, I hate to go deep on people because one, I technically don't have the training to go super deep. I don't think it's necessary to go super deep on people. People that need to go super deep are the people that are going to help. Therapists, real professionals, not on YouTube. Hey, Vigil, what's up? Um, these are, I can talk about someone based on what I see. I can guess and say, hey, I think that maybe Jason has personality disorders. He may have, um, you know, emotional low EQ. He may have trauma, PTSD. That's a big thing now. Everyone has it, by the way. It's not special. Your case may be individually special, but everyone has some kind of trauma, whether they want to admit it or not. We've all been traumatized and set off course by something. Um, it's not even special. It's been so overused, which is my thing with the you may have it. Well, hopefully you stick with whatever treatment and then whatever is the course, and that's what I wish for people. It's not your fault you have these things. It's your fault if you continue to do the same thing over and over without getting progress towards help and treatment. That's always been my thing. I have a niece with cerebral palsy, and I told her, do what you can, push yourself a little bit more each day, and keep up with things. She was in martial arts for like 3 or 4 years, maybe, and she loved it. And she pushed herself, and she was a whole different person. She made the decision. No one made the decision for her. But there's no need to go into a deep dive unless you're actually helping someone. And I leave that to actual professionals, not on YouTube, who have the training and the background, the experience to help people. By the way, freely ready available through the VA or most insurance plans. I don't need to. I don't need to go any further than Jason has exhibited behavior towards a large group of people that is consistent and equivalent, and people are sharing their stories, which, as I told people a long time ago, this goes deeper than what we know. And eventually people will come out and speak out. Now, does that mean that all those women, especially telling these stories, were from 5 years ago? No, no. Some of these stories are older than others, but it's the fact that the cycle continues to this present day that is why people are continuing to talk about it. If you're bringing shit up from 5 years ago and only 5 years ago or 3 years ago, you're trying to hurt someone. If you're bringing up shit from 5 years ago that connects to things that happened today or recently, you're making pattern connections. You're showing people that this is not a one off. If someone said fuck off and die to you 5 years ago, but now they haven't said anything negative towards you and they're at least civil to you or they just ignore you because that's best for them, they may not be the same person. That was a one off. Jason doesn't care what happens to other people unless he has something to gain from those people. Could you imagine the shit show that would happen if JoJo came over here and said hi to me? I mean, she's over in Richards, and I'm sure that's sandpaper up the asshole for Jason. But I think if she came over here and continuously started being like a part of the regular chat, he would lose his shit. In a way, he wants us to treat JoJo like we treat him. And he has unrealistic expectations of the world. I heard a discussion about whether it's better that he has a computer or not. I don't know. I don't. I can see negatives and pros and cons to both. I don't know what he's been like for 4 days without a computer, and I don't think I want to know. It could have been a powder keg ready to blow, but I don't have that experience with him. I don't know what he is offline. Could have been quiet, could have been annoying. Some people say, I can't believe people bought him a new. Well, it may be those people who are dealing with him the most or require something from him or remember the old Jason. I think a lot of his traditional followers probably do miss the old Jason Callan. And I think they come back, one, for nostalgic purposes, and two, because there's a glimmer of hope that maybe he'll come back and do food reviews and be the quirky self that he was. Vigilant, I'm not sure if you were kidding or if you were serious about the bipolar disorder, but there's two categories of people. There's people that have these things. They've been told they have these things. They've been diagnosed in having these things, and they do nothing about it for whatever reason. Shame, guilt, not me, attitude. I'm fine. Then there's people that have these things, again, beyond their control. It's just wiring in the head or chemical imbalances or, you know, Mercury in retrograde, whatever excuse people want to come up for why they have afflictions of the mind, and they do something about it and they set boundaries. But see, he loves that shit. Negative attention, positive attention, doesn't matter. But Jason, asking Evelyn to call you if she feels like it, that would be cool. After Evelyn's probably heard enough of your behavior with other women, it's kind of like an insult to her intelligence. And she may not care, but I'm just pointing things out. She's smart enough to stay away from bullshit. I'm not here to like validate her or protect her or anything. She doesn't need that in this instance. But more talking to you like you just don't get it. No accountability and no responsibility for damage you've done. And if you just said, "Hey, I don't give a fuck," or if you just said, "Hey, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, you guys are right. Yep, I do it. I don't know why." If you asked for help and legitimately took it, people would still be there for you. That's the amazing thing you don't understand. There are some people that would say, "Okay," but people have done this, and you shit on them. Vigilum used to be one of your best allies. I remember those days. I've never been a big fan of yours. I thought your food reviews were entertaining. I thought you were sometimes funny and ridiculous. And then things started happening to you. And I'm not here to say, oh, I really care about Jason. I don't. I care about the people that he's affected. I care about his sister, who gets a lot of shit for hanging out with people that she wants to hang out with. Um, Jason, I'll tell you this. As much as you may not like JoJo hanging out with people who are nasty to you, she also hangs out with you. So should I fault her for that? Should I yell at her and say, no, you don't go there. Don't hang out with your own brother on his channel. No, dumb. But then again, you don't see that you've done anything wrong because everyone has for so long coddled you. And now those who have coddled you in the past are like, hey, yeah, I'm starting to see some things. And that's good. I'm glad you're seeing things. But he doesn't see that you see things. He still thinks that it's protect me at all cost time, cover your ass moment, circle the wagons. And Jason's always in the middle. When's the last time he actually circled any wagons for anyone else? What's the ratio? What's the give and take? Recently people have asked me about my, dealings with other people, and I know that it sounds blunt, and I know it sounds different from me of the past, but I can't care about everyone. It is an impossible mission to accept that anyone can care about everyone on planet Earth because you don't know everyone. And for me to care to the point where it matters, I have to know about you. I have to know of you. I have to know. So that wipes out billions of people on this planet. I just don't know them. I may never know them. I know people exist. I know they're out there, but I can't give specialized caring. Like I can care about the welfare of people in general, but about individual people, the mechanics of my brain don't allow me to care about people I don't interact with and know of on an individual basis. And the people that I know of, I don't care about everyone the same. I'm a Gen Xer. I wasn't grown up in the world of, hey, first day of kindergarten, everyone's your friend. No, they're not. That is a manipulative ploy used by educators and school systems to be inclusive of everybody and everyone's your friend. That's not how friendship works. And I've redefined friendship all through my life. When my girlfriend died at 16, there were people who were like, "Oh my God, why are you so sad? Why don't you just get over it?" Okay, but they're my friends. They're trying to be helpful. They're trying to be tough love. No, they were being actual real fucking pricks. And it took me a year to realize that because in the year following, when I was really dealing hard with death, finality of losing someone, and understanding mortality and how fragile we are, yeah, those people went away. I was I was blocking people out of my brain long before it was something you could do on a computer or a phone. The consistent people in my life aren't predictably consistent, but they're consistently there, present, available. You're not supposed to get along with everyone. That doesn't mean you have to hate everyone and fight them. You just 7, 8 billion people on the planet probably by now. Realistically, you're not going to get along with everyone. If I don't care, I don't put energy into it. Darnell, I get that. The whole when you said punishing the demons yourself, that's I don't think that's something that people understand. A lot of people deal with a lot of shit internally, and they either punish themselves or they punish the demons. And fighting your demons on your own, it's not a comfortable place to be. I've been recently heard saying I can't care. What I mean by that is there's just nothing in for me to care about people that are intentionally being shitty towards me. I don't owe an explanation. I don't need to accommodate anyone. The rules are now different than what they used to be. The rules were I have to listen to everyone. I have to hear, I have to take everything they say because they have the freedom of speech to say it. Now, you can stick your made up freedom of speech straight up your ass because on the internet, you're not covered by your constitution. So no, I don't have to sit here on a live stream and listen to someone blather on because they feel they need to tell me something in a tone in a way that's not going to be beneficial for both of us. Also, I'm not a what is it masochist. I don't go listen to people who have negative shit to say about me when I either one know it might be true or two I don't care. Can Scott Black be an asshole? Yes. Along with other about 8 billion more of you, I can be an asshole. It's easy. Choicey choice. Do I want to be all the time? No. Will I be if necessary? Oh, yeah. Are there alternatives to me being an asshole? Sometimes. One of those alternatives is just to ignore people and pretend they don't exist in my life. It doesn't mean I wish them dead or I wish them harm. I'm just removing the easiest part of the equation. But yet, some people struggle with the fact that I'm taking myself out of the equation. And that's their problem, not my problem. If 7 weeks in you're still blaming me and talking about me and whatever, and I've not really responded, there's a reason. You're not that important to me anymore. If you come into every chat that I'm in and ramble on and say libelous and slanderous shit or repetitive bullshit that no one wants to hear and they've told you repetitively, that's a mental health issue on your part. Nothing wrong with me. Busybody people who supposedly are in the twilight of their years or happy as fuck, apparently happy as fuck, front facing towards this audience on the big stage of life, happy as fuck, yet continue to show how unhappy and uncomfortable and unsuccessful they are at relaxing, at being happy, at doing the basic things in life without celebrating it because they're masking issues. Oh, Darnell, if I mirrored behavior that other people have towards me, I would be such the asshole. I don't feel like talking to people I don't know tonight, Milad. Sorry. Um, what, see, Darnell, I get that. And some people will say that a nursing home is worse than prison for certain people. It's a different type of prison. Some nursing homes are destructive to a person. A lot we're not friends. I know it's a term that's used loosely in the world, but it means more to me. If I call you my friend, it means something to me. It's not just a greeting. And I'm from my mother's womb, generally, geographically speaking. Well, I'm sorry that Darnell, for you. I mean, I see. I don't have much. Mm, I've learned often that we accept the behavior of people that are evil, devious, mentally ill, um, have some sort of retardation of social and or emotional growth. I mean, we're not cruel to people that are dumb or not smart or low IQ. Well, let me take that back. If you have a mental health issue, if you if you have a mental health issue and you're taking care of it, I applaud you. If you have, I'm just speaking in general, I'm not speaking to Darnell or anyone in particular. If you are experiencing a mental health issue and you blame everyone else for it, I can't see you the same. If you've admitted publicly you have issues and you don't get the help for it, you're not trying. You're not making the attempt, even though it's scary, and I get it. Then I can't see you as the same as I see someone that's trying to help themselves. Shingles the clown. The 7 week escapade that has been going on with certain groups of people, whatever. It's just my reaction to it. People keep asking me and getting the same answer. I think it should be apparent by now that this isn't the 2021 Scott Black. This is someone that has said, look, there's boundaries. And when you cross boundaries, you might, get a chance, but then you might not. No, they're not. They're not held to the same standard in their own group and family and gathering. I mean, we have a lot of people who are out on the streets loose that are suffering from emotional damage, trauma, um, PTSD, PTSDE or EPT, whatever. They've added some fucking letters to that because it's now coded differently and it's a different experience. Mental health is not a weapon. You cannot use your mental health issue to attack people and not expect clapback. If you do that, then maybe you are insane because you're expecting a different outcome for your behavior that no one else would get. you're now you're premeditating behavior. If I do this because I have this, or people know that I'm like this, if I act crazy or you're ridiculous, or if I go off the wall, people will have to love me and coddle me because that's what they've done in the past. Imagine if the internet, imagine if you're a dangerous society through the internet, which some people can be. People have gone real life on people through just the internet. Didn't have to even be in their house or in their neighborhood, their city, from across the world, 2 states over, whatever. You can affect someone's life through the internet. Imagine if they just dropped a fucking net on your house and installed a landline, and you didn't have any access to any internet, to any Wi-Fi. If you're cut off from the outside world, imagine that becoming a law. Well, that's weird, and that um, you know, you stop doing that. Weird. If a man was following my 15-year-old daughter around, she wouldn't be angry. She would be telling me to stop hitting him. Don't follow 15-year-old people around. It's weird. Creepy. Where's Alex Rosen? Oh, that's right. He's using his brother and cousins as decoys. His minor cousin and brother as decoys. How the mighty fall. And yes, I'll reiterate this again because I'm sure that either someone's gone somewhere, um, or will, or who care? I haven't seen, I haven't heard, and no one cares except them. Yes, KCL tried to come up on my panel yesterday when I was live. I've explained this, and this is where mental health issues come in. When you explain to someone that you're not interested in what they have to say, and they still want to push their agenda out and have a conversation or a debate or prove me wrong, blah 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 moment, I don't care. KCL, if you're listening to this later, someone can tell you, I don't care about you. You're obsessive and compulsive with many things. Unless you're proven right, you're never going to stop. And even then, you just don't. So it's not that I'm scared of you. It's not that I don't find that there's value in conversation, just not with you. There's no value in building up your ego. There's no value in giving you a platform that, by the way, you have your own, where you can just talk down to people, lie about people, make up stupid comments about people, and then expect people to go, oh, he's a serious person. You should be retired, happy. You shouldn't be so vindictive, but you are. And that's a mental health issue. That's something you need to address. You would have thought the close calls with death and mortality would have again shown a light on you, but it some people it doesn't. It empowers them. Like, I beat this. I'm invincible. Those are some of the most dangerous people on planet Earth. The people that face tragedy and don't learn from it and just get empowered by it. And that's what I feel is going to happen with Jason. He's already, going into chats that he supposedly doesn't like and talking shit about people. This 4 days or whatever it was, I've heard many stories, 4 days off or whatever, should have humbled him. But in a lot of ways, he's been coddled again. And I understand the reasonings probably for it. I'm not saying that people didn't do right on their end, but this empowers him. Because now he says, I recovered from this, what could have been disastrous for my mental health because I couldn't be online. And now it's like, well, now that I'm back, nothing can stop me. He could take it that way. It could really be, it could be like Redux. As for apologies, if I don't apologize to you within 24 hours, you're probably not getting one. And you're only going to, if you're going to get one, you're only going to get one. And I understand that that apology is for past behavior. It's not a hall pass for future behavior. I'm smart enough to understand that if you apologize, it's for something you've done, not for something you might do down the road. I think sometimes when I'm on panel with other people, I don't get a chance to explain how I work in my head. So these quieter streams in the morning, I have clearer thought. And I get it. There's a lot of people out there who are like, but your friends, why are your friends sticking up for you? Why are your friends protecting you? Why did they do that? Well, one, if they're doing it, it's totally because they want to. It's how they express friendship, it's how they feel. I never ask anyone to protect me or defend me. Most of the time, I don't need it or want it. Well, Darnell, the cool thing about adulthood is you can create a new family. Family doesn't have to be blood. I have many years back, about 30, 35 years ago, I adopted a sister, jokingly through work. We're still friends to this day. Um, we bicker and argue back and forth like brother and sister. It's one of those relationships where it's like, yeah, we're not related, but we choose each other to be around each other. It's mutually positive. I don't know if he knows what happy is. I think he knows fleeting moments of joy, but happy. content would be a better word. You can't be happy all the time. That's medicated. If you're happy all the time, you're medicated. This is what I don't this is what I don't like about SSRIs. I took Paxil for seasonal depression many years back. I was the happiest motherfucker on planet Earth. Hey, how you doing? Great. I'd walk into work. Oh, all the trucks on the floor fell off the pallets. We gotta pick it up by hand. Okay, cool. Let's get at it. Hey, the baby's sick. We've got to take him to, urgent care. Okay, let's get in the car and go. Yay. I was like that. And it took me about 2 weeks to realize it because I kept getting comments like, wow, you're not grumpy anymore. Wow, you're really like calm and peaceful and happy go lucky. And some people were like, you're not you. That one hit me hard because they recognized the value of me having an emotional range. If you say you're happy all the time, I'm going to ask you what medication you're on because either you're lying or you're medicated. Evelyn taught me this really cool word called content. Are you content? Which means overall, throughout the day, between wake up and go to sleep, are you evenly regulated? You might have moments where you're like stressed out or pissed off or happy or laughing or sad. You regulate, you deal with those moments, and you move the fuck on because there's something to do down the road. I spilled some coffee today. Just a little bit. It was on my desk, but I just cleaned my desk. And it pissed me off. I was like, God damn, I just cleaned the desk. What am I doing? But it was me. I blamed me because I knew I did it. Because I ran over kind of quick to my desk and tried to set my coffee cup down and it wasn't, you know, it was too full and it was not straight up. So yeah, a little bit poured out. But that was me. But I'm not angry about it now. I'm still not going on about it. I'm happy all the time. Okay. Just make sure you don't, you know, quit your medication cold turkey because it can wreck you. Coffee abuse, exactly. I know. I'll probably be carted away by the coffee police. Now, there are things going on in my personal life, like not personal. Don't worry. I'm not dying or anything. But there are things going on in my life that I could be mad at right now. I could choose to be angry, but it's not the time. I don't worry about things at 2:30 in the morning I can't handle at 2:30 in the morning. I may think about it and remind myself, hey, later on you have to go have that talk with that person about that thing because, well, it needs to be discussed. But at 2:30, 6:30, I can't do shit about it. I have another 2.5 hours before I can do anything about something. So in my mind, I might be formulating like, what am I going to say? But I'm not like emotionally into it. Oh, there is evil out there. There's always going to be equal parts. It's whether we see it or not. If we see the good, if we see the bad. Some people think everyone is great. Kumbaya. They're usually medicated because they're always happy. And always happy people scare me. Well, I wasn't talking about Dory, but I know you're. I know there's a thing going on there. I don't know if she understands the gravity of the situation. But to OG's comment last night in Richards, no one's trying to change Jason. If they are, I would tell them to stop. JoJo can't do it. The only person that can change Jason is Jason. And he can do it without anyone's help from YouTube. No one on YouTube is going to be able to help him because all he sees YouTube as is CoddleTube. And yes, you can borrow that, but I'd like some credit for it. CoddleTube is a thing. This is something that can be dealt with externally. If you want to fix yourself, if you want to stop being the victim of your past, of your trauma, of your self, therapy in many forms, true therapy, not YouTube therapy. True therapy can be very beneficial, and it's a good starting point. I know the term life coach is used as a joke around here, but even sometimes actual good life coaches can help you develop habits, um, you know, routines, regulate your system. I think the thing Jason is missing the most is routine. And I know he's not working. I know that I had to create a routine after stopping working nights and moving to a more, well, it's not even really structured, but it's comfortable for me. My work life balance is greatly enhanced by choices that I made. But even when you have time off, routine keeps insanity at bay. If you, well, I get up naturally. Whenever my body says to wake up, I wake up. And that depends usually on the length of time that I've slept. So if I go to bed at like last night, I was probably in bed by 9:30, 10:30. I was probably gone, listening to an audiobook. Woke up, audiobook was over. Don't know where I left off. I'll have to try again. But so I woke up at like 2:30. 4 hours sleep is usually what I get at any point. So I get up, drink my water, don't look at my phone. I don't check social media. I don't even turn on TV, check the news. I don't come run to my computer. First thing I do is I go look out the window. This morning it was dark, but I looked out and I'm like, I'm up before most people are. I understand there's night shift workers out there. I understand there's first shift workers start like at 3 or 4 and they're up. But I'm awake. I'm ahead of the rest of the people in my routine. So I finished my water. I stretch. I went outside, took a walk, just around the neighborhood at 3 o'clock in the morning. Looked up at the sky. Didn't see any meteors because too much light. I went outside. Came in. Still had my water to finish. Excuse me, I coughed and I had to mute. And then I made a little breakfast. I had tomatoes for my first breakfast. I know. Strange, but you eat something, right? And then I sat down here and I turned on my computer and I logged into Teams. No messages. No whining. No crying. No bitching. No messages for the day. Cool. Let's get started. Log into the portal, open up the pages. 2 things to do today. Perfect. Allocated work, 2 projects. Edit, design, sketch, finalize, render, wait for approval. Once they're approved, see if there's anything else you want to work on. If not, you're done for the day. You sit here, write out a grocery plan, meal plan, get ready for the day. What do you have to do? Who do you have to call? There's routine. And a lot of my routine comes from writing things down on a notebook. Part of my routine is getting sunlight, getting, taking in deep breaths, meditation, deep breaths, drinking water, eating a good, healthy breakfast. Today, I probably didn't look at my phone for social media, for a good hour and a half. There's a lot of mornings where, as I'm waiting for stuff to come in, I look out my window. Like right now, I'm looking out my window and I see other people getting ready. They're getting up just now. I've been up for 4 hours. Now, I don't think I'm superior, but they want to get to the point where I'm at now. I think that's the goal of everyone, to wake up, process through the day, and get to a part where you're like, I feel good. I'm awake. I'm conscious. I'm in the moment and I'm doing something. I think people want that. A lot of people look very, very sleep deprived. I know that people are like, 4 hours. How do you? Something's not right. And you're right. There's not something right. I don't sleep more than 4 hours because I can't, because of my back pain. But I don't let that stop me from doing what I need to do. I just adapt. I believe in rigidity of routine, but adaptability of the body and mind. Can you adapt? I can adapt to, you know, changes in my routine. But those 4 hours are 4 hours that I sleep. I don't go to bed unless I'm tired. Should I get up at 3 o'clock every morning? Probably. When do I have to get up? 5 o'clock. If I can't sleep until 12 o'clock, getting up at 3 o'clock is going to hurt. Getting up at 5 o'clock, okay, that's going to feel good. Routine. Even if you're not working, like in Jason's case, he's not working. Routine. Mixing things that are on and offline. a small hobby. Um, Going outside, getting some really fresh air, sunshine, water, the basics of life. Looking at sunset, sunrise, whatever you prefer. People watching. I mean, not like creepy people watching, but generally looking out a window and saying, oh, being present, checking in on friends. I used to be I used to be that person that would be available all through the night because I was up all through the night, and people got used to that. Oh darn! Now sleeping sitting up never works out for my back ever. Sweet wheat, that is part of it. That's not really Miller, by the way. That's a troll. That is part of it. Him, like he didn't have to go into Richards. He doesn't have to mention all these terrible people when he goes to a new channel, like he did with Turtle Dove and Tanya and Forensic Chick. He doesn't have to mention us, but he does. Yeah, it's weird. Do I listen to everybody that trashes me? Why would I? I mean, that is in itself partly a mental health issue. When people listen consistently to people that don't like them. How's that good for you? Could you imagine? There was a time where I told some people, so you got up this morning and you listened to a stream that was negative about you, and you wonder why you're in a shitty mood? Because at this point, you've done it to yourself. It's You can't blame the person that did the stream. You chose to listen. You should get your money back, bitch. Go over there and ask her for a refund. Hey, here's a real cool thing. Evelyn and I are like best friends, but we disagree on Tanya. I see Tanya in a different way that she sees her. But guess what? We don't kill each other over it. We don't lose friendship over it. We understand there's differences. I don't like drunk people. I never have. I have reasons. I have a really good reason, but I have other reasons. Oh, she's at home. She's not hurting anyone. Okay. It's kind of like drugs and drinking are like mental health excuses. Squelch. Um, oh, she was drunk, so she was, she's loud and she's calling everyone the C word. And have you heard her when she's not drunk? She's a different exactly. That's my point. And there's a psychology behind that. I'm sure. I don't care. I don't. The thing is, I've tried on many occasions to listen to her, and I'll tell you, I'll give her this much. In her own fashion, she has much logic, and she has a lot of opinions, but it's clouded by the presentation. And whatever she's using the alcohol for to fight, none of my business. I don't need to know. I just know for me, it doesn't translate well to listen to someone who's obviously harming themselves, masking their pain or whatever, and take them seriously. I usually go over and listen to people like Jason. Evelyn, you can call me anytime if you want. That'd be cool. And I just laugh like, oh God, here we go. I mean, I honestly would not expect, and I'm just using it as an example. She'll probably hear me and she'll like, what are you talking about? This is about Glowy. Glowy doesn't like being called the C word. I would not expect Glowy to go over to Tanya's and have a conversation where at some point she's going to be called the C word. Like that would be kind of like hypocritical. Now, Evelyn and Tanya agree politically and current events socially on many things. I also recognize that. So for Evelyn, it's a place to go. For me, it really wasn't a place to hang out for long, and that's okay. We don't need to be each other's asses like some people. But then again, I think Tanya wouldn't last 15 to 24 hours if she wasn't drunk. We talk about the attractiveness of people. We're not talking physically attractive, but as people age, the important part of their attractiveness is their how they present themselves. What's really attractive to me are people that can express themselves with words and have difficult conversations that don't put them directly in the best light, but allows for free flow of conversation, exchange of thoughts, opinions, and with a goal in mind. That's attractive. If you look like Jennifer Aniston, it doesn't hurt, but just non-physical traits that are attractive are people that can communicate clearly without being on the attack and on the defensive all the time. Yeah, each other's asses. It's a thing. Vigilant. I put up with enough of your shit, but the Jennifer Aniston is the line in the sand, sir. Don't cross it. And look, I hear things that go on. I do, and people ask me, "Do you listen?" No, not anymore. There's no hope. I don't. I don't want to give false hope to people. He must listen because there's a part of him that wants to apologize and fix things. Or no, I was told very clearly that there's no walking anything back, and things are, a certain way. And I'm okay, fine. Every time I've tried to walk away amicably, the true nature of people show. If I was such a horrible person and everyone already knows it, going on and on is for you, not for anyone else. It's not for me. I'm either already accepting of my behavior or I find points invalid. I'm not going to change my mind. But at some point, you're going on for yourself or for your friends, people that are listening, and not for any good cause. Some people would say, and I don't buy this either, but some people would say, well, if they're still talking about you after so long, they must really miss you and want you back. Mm, okay. Let's say your premise is correct. Do I want them back? If they're going to be that way about wanting to resolve things, and no. The answer is no. It's not genuine. I have genuine friendships on here. I have genuine acquaintanceships, and then I have the general public at large. Each of them are important to me for different reasons. I just don't. I don't hold value in continuously going back and forth with people, or I don't feel like it's going to amount to anything but clipped words. And did you hear what he said? If I say something, I usually mean it. But my friends on here, the people that I hang out with, they're aware that I'm in no way, shape, or form endorsing and or preventing them from going anywhere they want to go. Being flexible with the truth. Well, no, that's the wrong way to say that. Being flexible and accepting the truth and acting upon it is a great superpower. You don't have to react to everything. Like there's some people that give me hope that people can actually sit down and have an adult conversation and still remain adults and civil towards each other. And then there's other people that just have an agenda as soon as they want to come up. KCL has an agenda. But again, I'm not saying to anyone don't listen to them. I actually encourage you to listen and look at patterns. Some people have said, well, he's changed. No, he hasn't. No, people rarely change. Your perspective and view on that person changes. KCL is the same KCL today that we knew of back in 2020 when I came here. His target of obsessions have just changed. He's the same person. Wants to fit in, can't read a room, doesn't know when to quit, isn't being healthy for himself or others, and wants to push his agenda. Um, well, you better hope Alex Rosen never gets busted for actually involving himself in some pedophilia, because you're never going to live that down. Don't celebrate heroes too much. And I get it. It irritates some. I really ignore him. I mean, a lot of things he says is just asinine, ridiculous, attention-seeking devices. And I've look in my head. I've even had there's some good comebacks that I could come back with, but I'm not 12, so I'm not on the playground going, yeah, well, your mama, your mama's so loud, your mama's so fat, or all this 12-year-old playground shit we used to do. Yeah, I can think it. It's in my head. I don't have to express it. Hey, Lady Scrapper, what's up? Good morning. But Scott, you talk about Jason all the time. But there's a difference. One, I'm not talking about Jason by myself. There's a whole bunch of other people that have had way worse experiences than I've had. And again, it was never about my experience with Jason. It was people coming to me going, "Hey, why is he so like persistent with the messaging? I told him I can't, I'm working, or I told him I can't, I'm driving, or I'm on vacation, I can't be on Messenger 24/7." So I blocked him, and now he's calling me. I'm like, that's that's your issue, but I understand it. I get it. I wouldn't want it either. But those are their experiences. And when I first started talking about his behavior, I said there's a couple people that have expressed to me that they're uncomfortable with how he acts towards them and how he's persistent and kind of creepy with his messaging and the whole, well, no one cares about me. When he got rejected, it was no one cares about me, and I'm probably better off, not being here. What was that mean loosely? Worst case example, he's going to harm himself, so it's guilt tripping. Um, so what do they do? Do they take the chance? Do they want to be? This is what people, when they say they're going to commit suicide or they're going to harm themselves, and not everyone, but a lot of people that do it on YouTube are attention-seeking whores. How's that? That'll be used later. Um, because it's guilt tripping. And when I heard about that from a couple of people that are friends, I said, "Well, what the fuck? This can't be. This is just two people having the same experience, right?" Well, then it became a third and fourth. And then other people were like, "Oh, well, he's done something similar to me." And yeah, I've had that experience, or my experience is very similar, and I'm like, really? Shit. And you keep hearing about these, and then you realize there's like 40 plus people. And yes, maybe person X had only one bad experience with him a year ago. But their point is valid because he keeps exhibiting the same behavior. So they speak out to make others aware, which is what they should do. When something's going on in your community, you speak out and say, "Hey, what the hell?" It wasn't ever about I hate Jason Callan because he's done to me, and I don't hate him. I don't like him. I don't require him. He's not in He's not a threat or in my way of anything that I want to do on here. He doesn't. He's inconsequential to me, but he's hurt a lot of people, friends and non-friends and acquaintances, and you know, I recognize that. I see it, and I speak out about it. And it's not old news. It's continuously happening. He's continuously repeating the same behavior. And Zombie, I'm not here to change him. But I feel that it's important for especially women, because I am a big women's advocate for some. I mean, for some women. Some women just are dangerous to their own, gender. But I feel that they should be able to speak out and share experiences. And I said, I'm sure some of you might remember this, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. This isn't just a one or two or three, four person. This has got to be like multiples. And eventually it all trickles out. A lot of times you'll see women who have been in a negative experience with Jason and then see it happen to their friends and they talk about it, or they don't want it to happen to their friends, so they talk about it. It's like getting the word out. Okay, sweet. We have a good day at work. Yeah, tragedy pimping. Like, I don't know, using your tragedy as a game. If some people use it for monetary value, some people use it for clout, some people use it for protection. Some people use it as a shield of armor or weapon. Those are the dangerous people. It's okay to quietly suffer while getting help and not making a spectacle of yourself. We should normalize people getting actual help. It should be, you know, I mean, I don't want it to be like, oh, you're not getting help, well, you're a lesser citizen. But I want people to know that if you're getting help, people are proud of you. People are supportive. If you're not getting help and you're using it to go at people or to make yourself look like a victim, people don't look at you the same. They shouldn't look at you the same. You're an instigator and you're an antagonist. Your roles change from being an actual victim survivor to antagonist in the blink of an eye. Kinder and gentler, vigilant. I, but Phil, you're not known for that. But the part is that I've seen sides of you that I don't think some people have seen. So I understand that you are healthier emotionally, mentally than some people. It's a very beautiful sunny day. It's about 60. What is it? Degree. No, it's gotta be a little more than that. It's gonna get to 92 today. It is currently 69. And I'll, for those of you very interested in everything I do and concerned about whether I'm taking your tax dollars or I'm not receiving any disability, um, SS, SSI, SSDI, SS none of your business. It's income. It's coming in exchange for goods or services, labor. Um, but I also know that you won't understand that because it's not your narrative to understand. It's your narrative to hurt and try to attack people and push your agenda. And the change is better for me. And that's what's important. It's about me this time. It's not about everyone else. Can I break my body? Can I break my soul and spirit? Can I, you know, disengage my mind, which is probably one of the best attributes I have, except for my elbows. I'm an elbow model. Shh, don't tell. Don't tell Black Eagle. She'll get jealous. Um, am I sacrificing all that for a few bucks an hour or whatever? No, not anymore. Should I have done it? Should I have stopped like 5 years ago? Probably. Uh, but yeah, it's for me, and it's no one else's. I don't have to prove shit to anyone. It doesn't affect anyone on here. If you don't like hearing me on here, don't listen. Because I'm not going to stop just because it inconveniences your little fragile feelings or emboldens your opinion about. I don't care. If I say I don't care about you, I don't care about you. If you need to hear it again, let me know somewhere, and I'll let you hear it again. My goal here is not to tell people I don't like you, I don't want to hear from you, I don't care. My goal is to spend time with people that want to be around. And the same in my private life. My personal life, if people want to be around, they'll be around. If they don't, they don't. Yay. I'm way worse in person than I am online. If you think I'm outspoken now, I've gotten very I've made people very uncomfortable in person just because it's effective for me in certain situations. Yeah, I don't force shit. I try to put too many square pegs in a round hole. Um, it's not it's not worth it. Not all people are worth my time. So if 7 weeks later you're still clamoring for attention from me and you haven't got it, that's a blues clue. Pick it up, look at it, take a magnifying glass, inspect it, and realize that you no longer hold value in my life. It's pretty cut and dry, really. There's no mystery to it. You know what I didn't do? No, I think Milan's gone. I'm not letting Milad or any of those friends up. I feel like they have an agenda. I'll just put the streamer. I'm gonna probably be here another half hour or so. I'll put the streamer link in. I didn't think I'd be live this long, but I think I've clicked 2 things since I've been here, so Thursdays are slow. Hey, anybody working over 32 hours get overtime yet? I haven't seen it. Anybody know anybody working over 32 hours getting the OT? Isn't that a thing that happened? Are we supposed to be 4-day work week? Everything else is time and a half. Any experience with that? I know a lot of people get uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable on political talk. I always have been because I've seen families torn up by it, and it's ridiculous. But um, if you take things that people say, politicians in general over the years, both 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 parties. Yeah, they say some bullshit. It's weird bullshit. Um, it's not France. Oh, fr fr. France is nice. Well, it used to be back in '92. I haven't been there since, but um, I hear it's changed. That's fine. Things change. Whatever. Some for good, some for bad. Oh, quick food. Let's do a review real quick. V8 Plus Energy. Steady energy from black and green tea. Pomegranate blueberry. Let me take another drink here. So, Kroger and another juice company, Ocean Spray, used to make a really good blueberry pomegranate juice, which is really good for brain health, right? And it tasted absolutely fantastic. And I bought way too much of it. And then one day it was discontinued, and I guess they don't make it anymore. And I was pissy. Oh, thanks. I would say that it reminds me of a moonrise that I saw in Myrtle Beach on my honeymoon. It's not the picture, but it reminds me pretty much of that from our balcony area. So I kind of like, yeah, I love the moon and the ocean. So I picked it up. You're very honest. It's sometimes difficult to understand what you're saying, and I have to read it twice. But thank God for not Joan of Arc because she's made it easier. You remind us of another uh, talented alternate writing individual. That's how I'll put it. I really do honestly enjoy what we call resolution streams. Not that I think people are going to be like best friends, kumbaya, but I think both people need to say the things they're going to say at the same time to each other on the same panel rather than having like channel wars. Oh, rest in peace, not Joan of Arc. Well, too much prune juice will do it to you. Darnell, do you like prune juice? Just asking. This stuff tastes better than prune juice. Naturally flavored plant-based energy. What? I'm eating plant-based shit? Oh, God. They tricked me. No, I'm kidding. It's good. Concentrate with other natural flavors. Probably. I don't think anyone really leaves. They just change form. It's like energy. It can't be created or destroyed, just formed differently. Steam turns to water, which turns to ice. Still, it's still H2O. Anybody have big plans today? I don't yet. I have some things to take care of in the morning, but nothing exciting, fun. So maybe something will come up later. Coffee sounds good. Well, hey, I'm gonna probably get off here and go finish up this junk and hopefully be done by 9. And everyone have a good day. Thanks for being here. I'm sure we'll catch you later somewhere else. Do I have a song to play? Do I have a song? That's a great question. Do I have a song to play? Yeah, let's play this one. Thanks all.